7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. How quickly after season 1 was Sherlock renewed for season 2?
Producer question, but I think it was about 7 months or something. What do you mean when we were commissioned to do the second series? So when we knew we were going again? I can't remember. If I'm really honest, I can't remember. Longer than you'd expect considering the amount of success it was, but that's the business end of it, which I don't really bother.
Well, that's really surprising because I thought it would have been instant.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, they wanted to, but it didn't actually happen until a little bit later, I think. But, I mean, Sue is, unfortunately, your person to ask there. He's not here, sorry.
Was that Buckingham Palace you were in?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Really?
No.
I fall for this every time. Every single actor interview.
That was too easy. No, it wasn't. It was the Guild of London, so it's this extraordinary long wall. It's used for quite a few things, well, especially for the palace because of all the gilding, the literal gilding. But it's a building that's supposed to celebrate the guilds of craftsmen. It's called the Guilds of London, I think. A beautiful building, and it's in the middle of the city of London. And a really unexpected thing, it's a crammed down the street, and you sort of go into this, it just suddenly expands into these huge corridors, like the one we filmed in.
Now, the episode that you'll be watching is A Scandal in Belgravia. Your first scene with Irene Adler.
I thought you were going to say my first scene with some of my clothes off. Yeah, that as well. Yeah.
That was shot very tastefully. It was just the right amount of but nothing.
Right amount of but. Comma, nothing, comma.
I'm blushing again.
Unbelievable. You've seen some director's cut that we haven't seen. No, it was very tastefully done, and she was so game about it. She was really, we were very, very. I think we were more nervous than her because it was all about protecting her sense of dignity and giving the idea that all that was being shown, where of course it wasn't, and just making sure that she felt really comfortable with what she was showing. And she plays it so brilliantly. She's such a clever actress, and it was a fun scene to do. All the scenes with her were fun to do.
Now, another fun scene that we'll see is the fight in the alley with
that was great fun.
with Watson, the punch me and then it's wonderful. Do you encourage
him to punch me all the time, just to keep me awake? When the coffee wears off, I just get Martin to punch me in the face. The other bit that I really enjoyed in that little sequence is I talked about on stage earlier, when it was the Vatican cameos. I love that moment. I mean, that was just fun to do because it's fun to be a boy and do little bits of action scenes and swing around with a gun. Basically, it's kind of cool.
In that episode, you really are quite nasty to Molly.
Yeah.
Despite that, but having just interviewed her, I can quite understand why.
What happened? What happened?
Oh my God, she's nothing like Molly. She is a powerhouse, isn't she?
She's a strong woman. Well, as Molly is as well. She just has a sort of meek exterior, I think.
Only when you're around.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the sort of dynamic. She's very capable. Look at the job she's doing. She's obviously well respected, and yet she just crumbles in the face of this one guy who is a bit of an arsehole about it, not least because he's not interested in that way, or either that, and as well as that, he doesn't know what to do about it. It's not really, it's of no use to him, her attraction to him. And yet it becomes the use when she saves his life, and he's very grateful for that. He's very loyal to her. There's a deep found respect, I think, as you see throughout the series as their relationship grows. But he's particularly cruel to her. Is that the episode of the Christmas bit? Yeah, that's horrendous. I mean, when we were reading that, the read through as well, it's just like, and who's got a great rack? She's got a pair. Everyone's going, I'm not sure people have to really, so Sarah MacArthur worked her magic with costume, but I just think it was extraordinary. But it was very funny. It made sense in the scope of the kind of casual cruelty of Sherlock. And in a way, he's a man spurned at that point. He's not on his game at all. I don't think he even realises it's not actually done out of spite. It's just this sort of subconscious thing because he ain't heard from her, the one.
another lovely moment is the relationship between Mycroft and Sherlock is further explored, just with one line, and we spoke about it earlier with Mark, and it was, "I'll be mother," and you say, "And there lies the heart."
There lies, yeah, exactly. That's great. It's a great line. That was a childhood in a nutshell. It's great. It's one of the best things about our version is that we've really, not least I'm sure because Mark's a brilliant actor, and it's a great stretch for him to be doing more than most Mycrofts get to do. But it's just wonderful to just flesh out the backstory of that and just create something that's detailed and biographical and just opens layer and layer of mysteries into who these people were when they were children and what actually occurred to them. There's more of that, I think, to come, I'm sure.
But what I said when Mark was on earlier is, and I don't know if you guys agree, but I think Mycroft is a smashing Big Brother. I really do. He is.
Right.
No?
Big Brother, I think.
But Big Brothers are like that.
Yeah, he's smashing in that sense, I suppose. Yeah, smashingly, predictably, an elder brother. No, listen, I can't judge him outside of my character, but they have a very peculiar but necessary kind of use and need of one another, and at the heart of it, there is something to do with family, something very deep-rootedly to do with family in that. But they have this on the surface very sort of antagonistic, sparring. One-upmanship that goes on.
Like most brothers.
Yeah, no, in that sense it is smashing. I mean, it's from well observed, But that's a ridiculous high-octane level that those two minds operate on.
That wonderful line in his last vow is, "I'm so glad because it would break my heart."
Yeah.
That's from the heart. He's not,
It is, and you think he's a pretty heartless fish, Mycroft, and it's a surprising moment. But again, I think it's something we're mining, and it's great because it just broadens certain things out. It gives you jeopardy, it gives you a believable depth and understanding of what made these people into the extraordinary fireworks we see them in the present day when we meet them in the stories, and that's great. I mean, when I first talked to Stephen about this, I went, so how was Sherlock nurtured? Is it nature or is it nurture? It's this hard study, and at the beginning, Stephen was just like, "Oh, he's just brilliant," And I was like, "Well, no, but why is he brilliant? It's just brilliant." Oh, okay, so no backstory then.
No.
Right. And I think because I'm a more sort of touchy-feely kind of an actor who likes a little bit of yin with the yang, the kind of idea that this guy can't exist in a vacuum of perfection, and also because of what Watson is and what Watson brings so strong to our character, it's sort of fueling this thing whereby the reality of who they are is being mined in a way that perhaps even in the books isn't, because you go from one adventure to another. Of course you discover more about the character with each of those present tense adventures, but I think with ours we're going even deeper, even more explicitly into who made them and what made them.
No, not that it matters now, but do you believe the story that Sherlock tells Anderson at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do as well. I think it's a good explanation. There's no other plausible...
It'll do. I do believe that at the end of this episode, and close your ears if you haven't seen it, jokes, they had a night. Irene Adler and Sherlock had a night. I'm absolutely certain of that. Yeah. Deal with me. I'm absolutely certain of it. Yeah.
Really? Wow. I might stay for that now.
Yeah. You might get the deleted scenes, exactly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honour and a privilege to be speaking with this gentleman. Please show your appreciation.